Welcome back, guys, to another Dragon Ball Sparking Zero video. Today we're going to be giving you a complete guide on how to train for super counters in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Super counters are the most important counter in the game. If you master this, you're basically untouchable, man. With that being said, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys want to get a guide on next. Grab your senzu beans, and let's go master the best defensive tech in the game. Alright guys, we are here in the training mode. We have it set up as us being Ultimate Gohan and the enemy being Super Vegito. Does not matter what units you set it to, you can do this with whichever character you want to train against. With that being said, let's go into training settings, and what we're going to do beginning is go to gauge settings, set everything to max, except for sparking mode. So let's go ahead and do that here. Bam. Next, we're going to go to the opponent setting. So once you go to the opponent settings, you want to set it to defense strategy counters, and you want to set it to super, so that will force the enemy to constantly counterattack you and go for vanish wars, and that is one of the hardest things to do super counters on. So that is why we want to set it to this, so you can practice it against that. Let's go ahead and do that here. So that is what this will look like. So the enemy will constantly go for those counters, they'll go for vanishes. We can dodge that right there. There we go. Then we just go back in, we start attacking him. There we go, he's behind us, and then we go for the vanish counter right there. That was a super counter number one. Unfortunately, he went for a special move right there. We did not get the super counter right there. Unfortunately, we missed the timing for the counter. And we're just gonna go back. He's percepted. We didn't get the super counter right there. And this is all it really is, man. You just kind of set it to that, and you keep playing aggressive, and the enemy will counter. There you go. We countered his revenge counter right there. And you just practice the timing like that, man. Just practice the timing like that. There we go. Another revenge counter, super counter. I'm really not good at getting the revenge counter when they vanish behind you. That's one thing I really need to work on, is when it's a vanish attack. Okay, we didn't follow up there. There we go. Probably right here. Oh, we missed a revenge counter right there. He got the super counter. We didn't. Oh, we dashed straight into that. But yeah. Oh, he has after him a strike. Hindsight 2020, you don't want to do this against a Vegito. Alright, let's just go straight back in. We're trying to get a super counter from behind. There we go. We got the vanish one right there. And that's all it is, man. You just keep going until you start mastering the timing. That's all you're trying to do here. You don't want to spam. You want to actually try to get the timing down. And that's all it is, bro. All it is. There we go. Boom. That's it right there, baby. Already getting better. That's that improvement right there. We got 2 for 2 right there. But yeah, that is one way you can train into the training mode, to use the counter training, so you can get used to vanish timing and super countering vanishes. It's not the best, obviously. I think the better option would be able to just get somebody to practice with. That way you guys are more likely to get vanish wars, because that's what this is mainly for. This training setting is mainly for if you want to get into super countering revenge counters, vanish wars, and the lightning follow-up and stuff like that. So that's one way. This is not as much for the lightning follow-up, but more so for like vanish wars and revenge counter. You can use that to practice this specific mode when you want a super counter. Now we're going to go back into the opponent settings, and we're going to change it now to attack strategy rushes and combos right here. So we're going to go to attack strategy combos. In this one, the CPU will constantly try to attack you with rush, and you can try to give them back shots. You can try to let the CPU give you back shots. That way you can train to get out of combos from the back, because the only option you have from the back is super counter. So let's go ahead and do that here. So here the CPU is going crazy on us. We vanish right there. No super counter. Unlucky. Alright. CPU is comboing us from the back. There we go. There's a super counter right there. We weren't able to get that second one on the vanish, though. Let's go ahead and let him combo hits here. Okay. We weren't able to get the super counters there either. Okay. We missed the timing right there. Oh, Lord. There we go. We just gotta not press. There we go. We got the super counter. Damn, bro. Dude, that vanish one is so hard to react to and get it in time. There we go. Let's see if the CPU will go ahead and counter out of this. There we go. He's super countered out of it. We missed the timing right there. We got to dodge this. There we go, baby. There we go. We're getting those dodge timings down too. Okay. Dodge this again. That's fine. As long as we can guard it. There we go. We got the super counter. Bam, man. Damn, damn, damn. That's that vanish timing, man. That vanish timing is the bane of my existence. There we go. Dude, if we can get that vanish timing, I'll be so happy, dude. We're really getting good at managing the key boss, though. Ah, dang. Okay, well, we gotta dodge this again. We did not. Okay. Dude, he's just spamming us with Kamehameha. This is not a combo, chat. This is not a combo. There we go. Okay. Weren't able to perfect dodge that. There we go. Got the super counter right there. Let's go up to him so he can continue comboing us. Okay. Damn, we weren't able to super counter that. Okay. Dude, I really want that Vanish super counter, man. We got that one on the first hit right there. Boom. Okay. Ah, damn, we did not go super counter for super counter. There we go. Damn, dude. The Vanish, man. The Vanish. So hard to get the Vanish. But we just got to keep going, man. We just got to keep going. This is all part of the training. You just got to set the bot to it, and you just got to go for it, man. Just got to go for it. Let's see if we can get... Damn. We're able to get the lightning follow-up counter right there. But yeah, this is all it is, man. It's hard. It's definitely hard, but the more you train it, the more you get better at it. Alright, guys. For the next strategy, it's going to be attack strategy barrage. This will be for follow-up attacks, and this is how you're going to try to practice super countering your follow-up attacks. Let's go ahead and do that now. This is the one that's the hardest for me, so we'll see how this goes. As you guys saw earlier, I was not countering any of the follow-up attacks. Okay, we get Percepted right there. Okay. We're just going to try to super counter. Boom. That was a Vanish. Damn, we didn't get it. There we go. We're getting really good at that revenge counter, super counter timing, man. Getting really good at that one. Really good at that one. Go ahead and see what the bot does here. Oh, damn it. We missed that one. Okay. Nice. There we go, baby. Dude, it's that Vanish, man. That Vanish. All right. Come on. Stop Kamehamehaing me, bot, please. This is what I was talking about, by the way, guys. Like, the training mode is good, but it does stuff like that where it's like, this is not what I'm trying to train with, you know? Got the follow-up. There it is. Like, this is not what I want to specifically train again. So yeah, you can get a training partner friend, and you can hop into training mode. You guys just go together. You can bring healing characters like this. You guys just hop it in there. We're going to have our friend here switch to a healing character because he's about to die on Majin Vegeta. And then what we're going to do here is you just charge attack, and then you just do follow-ups. And the follow-ups are one of the hardest things to time with super counters because you really cannot spam into these. You have to actually time them. So this is something that you could practice with a friend, and it's really good to practice with a friend versus a bot. Because the thing with doing it with a bot is the bot decides to constantly do other stuff, and it's harder to just practice what you need to. So right there, our friend was not able to hit the super counter, and that's why nothing went off. Let's see if we can get something here. And I would say the hardest super counter to time is this one. There you go. He got it right there. It would be the lightning flash step. So we'll go and do that here. This is the hardest super counter to try and get off in the game, I think. And we're going to try to see if we can get some going here. Let's go. There we go. We got one right there. We have been doing this for a little bit. It's like if I don't get it on that first one, I tend to miss it a lot on option, where it's kind of my pattern, bro. And then we just go back at it, man. We just keep going. From what I've learned from the timing, it's like you gotta do it almost immediately after the animation ends, because it's hard to tell when they're actually hitting you. And then that lightning camera one, you want to do it the moment the camera like changes to them, and that's when you can do it. And then whenever you get low, you just pop a regen and you just keep going, man. And you just do this over and over again until you start getting the timing down a little bit more. This will train your eyes and your reaction time, and you kind of just keep going, man. It takes time, but it's well worth it, because when you start doing this stuff in ranked, it makes a very big difference. We are obviously not consistent at it right now. We just get it every now and then. But that's honestly, even getting one of these in ranked, it makes a very big difference. Because a lot of people do not expect you to hit any super counters at all. So that's what ends up happening, is you hit even one and it completely disrupts the flow of the battle. And we're going to go ahead and do a down one here. Boom. Boom. And then we'll finish it with the lightning. Let's see if our friend can get a super counter here. I think our friend might need a little bit more training. We're going to let him heal. There we go. Now he's on Whis. We're going to regen. Let's go ahead and have him hit us for a little bit. There we go. We got one. And you can follow that up with your own counters as well, and you can start doing that. That's another thing you can do off of a super counter. Damn. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get the lightning there. We did just get it a little bit ago, so that was pretty good. Let's go ahead and do our friend here. Another thing you can do is you can bring characters that have more follow-ups. Like Super Boo only has 2, but Kid Boo has like 4. So let's go to Kid Boo here. I will show you guys with him. He has 4 follow-ups, so you can do this 4 times. Let's go ahead and go for another setup here. Let's see if our friend can get a super counter. Let's go ahead and have him hit us again. See if we can get some. There we go. There's one. And then we followed it up with our lightning. And you kind of just want to go band for band with your friends once you guys start getting the timing down more. And just keep going for super counter for super counter. That's all you really want to do. Once you get that down, you can just keep practicing super counter for super counter. And you start just getting better at the game, man. Because this is the best defensive tech in the game. If you master this tech, you are going to be a very good player. Even if you don't know any combos, you don't know how to play anything else in the game. Even if you're just a cheeser, if you know how to do this fucking super counter bullshit, man, you're going to be cracked as hell. Because you can even do it on the first hit like that. Another way that you guys can train for rush attacks is by obviously setting the opponent to rush attacks. This is obviously good for practicing your super counters and your guards against rush chains. So that's what we're going to go and do here. We have the bot set to it. He doesn't do too many rushes here, but this is better than none. And you just want to try to practice the timing and get that down, and then you'll be able to super counter there. There we go. There's one. Could have done a little earlier in the combo chain, obviously, but you know, it's just timing. Damn, man. I was just hitting so many. You guys have no fucking idea, bro. There's one more. And then obviously you can do follow-ups and stuff on that if you want to. Let's go back in front. We just got to wait for him to get up. There we go. Yes, sir. And that's all it is, man. You just set him to rush chain and you let him come at you. This is just the basic rush chain, obviously, but like every character has a different rush chain. You're going to have to learn their timings all separately. That is just how it goes. You can just set them as your opponent, obviously, for whatever character you want to train against. Right here, obviously, we have Super Vegito set up. You can change it out for G4. You can change it out for Broly. Whoever you want to do. You just set it to the person you want to train against, and then you just keep going up to them and then try to practice their rush timings. or even their follow-up, because he does do a follow-up at the end of all of these chains. So there we were able to get a quick one on his second hit. That's good. The ideal situation is obviously you want to be able to do it on their first hit, and that's what you want to really train for, is just being able to super counter their first hit. If you can do that, then you don't have to worry about the rest of their combo. So, but here we're doing a lot of like the third and the second hit, we're getting the super counter there, and that's where you want to be, man. Where you want to be. You want to be able to stop their combo early, that way you're not taking too much damage. And that's all there is you just hop in, set it to rush chain, and you try to time the super counter to when it's going to happen. This is all it is, man. This is how you train for rush chain super counters. That's one of the ways. But I would say the other way that we went over earlier, where you set it to barrage, is better because it does more mix-ups and it does different things in there. Nobody's just going to be, like, the most people you're going to be fighting aren't going to be just doing this. They're going to actually do combos and chains and mix-ups. So you want to set it to barrage because that will give you a little bit better of a training guide. Another thing you can do is you can set it to rushes and counters. That way he will counter your counter. So let's go ahead and do that here. There's one. And that way we can try to practice countering their vanish with our super counter as well. There's a super. Damn, bro. And that is one of the hardest ones to do, is when you get a super counter, they vanish it, and you try to get a super counter on their vanish. That is really hard timing for me right now. I have not been able to time that very consistently. And that's what we're going to try to do here. Let's see if we can get at least one. Doesn't seem like it. There's one. And that's just that fucking timing, man. It's that timing. Just right before you get hit, you got to press the super counter, man. That's all it is. There's that. And just that, man. Just that freaking vanish attack, bro. Okay. There's one, and we just cannot time that stupid freaking vanish attack, dude. I feel like I'm doing it too late because obviously nothing is happening, but there's no way to tell when it's happening because the game doesn't show you your freaking inputs, which is really annoying. There we go. Man, dude, man. Another thing you can do if you guys have Metal, that is a PC application if you guys are on PC. Metal, you can go ahead and record your clips, and what you can do is you can record the clip and see where the timing is and try to study that timing from a recording, because it's better to obviously look at gameplay footage back and then try to go for it than obviously just going back in and like immediately while you're trying to play, you're trying to get the super counter. And that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get a super counter on this vanish attack, or even just vanish attacks in general, man. They're so freaking time restricted. Yeah, we are not getting it. That is for sure right now. But this is what it is, man. This is all training is. There's one, and then we got vanished. And that stuff right there, you can't even really spam. I think like if you try to spam right there, you just won't get it, man. The timing is just so restrictive. 9 out of 10 times on spam, you're not getting that. There's one, and we get hit again, dude. I don't know if I'm doing it too early or too late at this point. God damn it, man. But yeah, this is all it is. You just keep going in here, you keep training, you practice, and you get better at your super counter timing, man. That's all it is. This will help you build your reaction time to it and get used to basically what the rush chains are. And obviously you want to keep mixing it up so you're not just practicing against one character. You want to change the characters out, and that will help you also master it against multiple characters and not just be a one-trick pony on super counters. This can also use to practice for follow-ups. You can do smash attack and follow-up 4. This one will do smash attack into the lightning follow-up, which I believe is the fastest follow-up to counter. That one right there. It's not that hard to vanish the attack, but it is very hard to super counter the attack. So we'll go ahead and show you guys the vanish timing right here. Let's go ahead and do that here. There is the vanish timing right there. Let's go ahead and see if we can get it one more time. There you go. And now we're going to try to see if we can get a super counter on it. It is possible to do. It is just very hard to do. From what I can tell, the timing on this is basically right after they disappear. That camera shift that happens, that minimum ass time between the camera shifting is where you want to input the super counter. Let's go ahead and see if we can get that here. There we go. That was the super counter right there. That is the timing that you gotta try to master and get down. But it is very hard to do. We usually try to get it, but we don't get it very consistently because it is a very hard thing to do. But that is pretty much all there is to it. You just gotta keep practicing, man. That's all it is. You can keep practicing and you might eventually get it down. But yeah, that's what you can use these smash attack and follow-up settings for, is you can use these to practice the different follow-up attacks that are in the game and use that to get in practice for your follow-up countering, because those are one of the freest super counters you can get is the follow-ups, because they have very specific timings that are set in stone for every character. So that is something you want to practice. You don't want to give away free counters on those follow-ups. Now the last setting that we're going to take a look at is going to be this revenge counter setting. The reason we want to take a look at this setting is because this is where you can start getting into revenge counter for revenge counter with people, and that's where you want to start practicing this. Is you start attacking them and then revenge counter. Start attacking them and then the revenge counter. So you want to practice being able to react to that little slow-mo. Boom. You don't want to let people get away with getting these revenge counters off for free. And you don't have to percept them every single time. You can also perfect time it. Boom. You can also super counter these. And that's what you want to really practice. You want to super counter these ones like that. And you want to just keep going that, because the reason you want to super counter is because super counter is free. It doesn't cost you anything. When you choose to go for this perception route, let's say you hit them and you go for the perception route, this will cost you 2 bars of skill gauge. And that's just not worth it. When you can do a super counter for free, because of how slow it is, it's not hard to time. Right there. We're just going to keep trying to get it multiple times in a row. We get the first one, but it feels like the second one is faster. Because this is just, we're getting the super counter, but we can't. Oh, there we go. We got the second one right there. Yeah. Well, we did get it twice that one time, but it doesn't seem like we're going to be able to replicate that success here. That's just going to take more training and more practice with the timing, but this is one thing you can do just to counter revenge counters. As you can see, the first hit on it is really easy to get used to. It's that second hit that they try to do a double revenge counter, which almost nobody does. So you shouldn't have to worry about it. But, you know, it's a thing that they can choose to do. I guess that's the idea. But that is pretty much all the training settings you can mess around with. Other than that, you kind of just, you know, hop online and ranked, practice your super counters there. And, yeah, you got to practice a variety of characters. That'll give you your different timings for their rush chains at least. But as far as follow-ups go, they're pretty universal timing. So as long as you master follow-ups against one character, that should transfer to every other character. Other than that, it's just reaction time and practice, man. Practice, practice, practice. With that being said, this is your boy Aizen, signing out.